Coming up, my top 3 from this video. Let's see where I rank them. Welcome to KDX Bricks Analytics, where I watch all the Lego investing and reselling videos so that you don't have to. So let's jump right into it. So before I jump into the meat of this video, let me first tell you what I'm doing with the videos that I'm making for this channel. I'm watching as many YouTube videos about Lego investing and reselling, and as I'm watching those videos, I'm jotting down the set number and name every time that a Lego set gets mentioned. And each time that there is a Lego set mentioned, I'm assigning an enthusiasm score, somewhere between 1 and 3. A 1 means that the YouTuber mentioned it and said, hey, maybe a good investment, something to look at. A 2 is middle of the road, YouTuber mentioned it and said, hey, it's going to be a good investment. And then a 3 is the YouTuber said, hey, this is going to be a really, really outstanding investment. They're just very excited about it. And then also in this table over here to the right, I am applying a 0 to a Lego set. Anytime that there's a mention and the person says, hey, steer clear from making an investment in that set. And I'll share all this data through a number of videos. But I'm collecting this data for videos that I'm watching over 2-week periods. So this particular video is the first one, and it's from July 1st to July 15th, 2022. So I went back in time a little bit. I'm gonna make some videos that catch us up to current day. I'm recording this here in February, but I want to go back in time to build a database because each video I'm gonna share with you the data that I collect for that 2-week period. And so here's an example for this current 2-week period. Each time that there's a mention, the score that I give it, and then I'm giving it an overall average enthusiasm rating. In future videos, I will share with you the information from that 2-week period and the cumulative information up to that point. And I'm probably going to track that about 4 months. So once we hit the 4-month mark, I'll drop off the old data and just keep a 4-month running tally. So why am I doing all this? Well, there's a lot of YouTube videos out there where they're sharing their Lego sets that they think are going to be the best investments, and it's a lot of information to watch and absorb. And I said to myself, hey, I can aggregate all this into a single video and run some analytics on it and then share all that with you. So here is the actual table that I will share with you in this video. And shown right here, this video is data, aggregated data from 17 YouTube videos about Lego investing and reselling from July 1st to July 15th. It's from 9 different channels, and there were 117 total Lego set mentions. Some mentions could be on the same set more than once, as you'll see here in this table. And so that's not 117 individual sets, it's 117 individual mentions about any Lego set. I captured the data and ran some analytics on it. So looking at this first line from the table, it's the Lego set 76188 Batman Classic TV Series Batmobile. It has 2 mentions and it has an enthusiasm score of 3. And the score for enthusiasm, it's average, so it can't go greater than 3. It's going to be somewhere between 0 and 3. So obviously 2 mentions, an enthusiasm score of 3 means that both mentions were scored by me as an individual score of 3. Scrolling down here, we've got the Sesame Street set 21324, 123 Sesame Street. It has an enthusiasm score of 2.5 with 2 mentions. So that means that one of the mentions I graded as a 2, and one of the mentions I graded as a 3 when it comes to enthusiasm. So that's the background of what I'm doing. I'll give you some more details in future videos. I will put the table of data that I'm discussing in each video in the description of each video, so you can refer to that too. So you can see it here on the screen during the video, but also you can look at it written. All right, so now let's get into the actual data and information that I compiled for this video. So the first 2 sets here, Batman Classic TV Series Batmobile and Batmobile Tumbler Scarecrow Showdown, they both received 2 mentions over the 17 videos that I watched. They both have average enthusiasm scores of 3 out of 3. So the first set right here, I love this set, absolutely love this set, highly recommended. 2 great exclusive minifigures, a very great price for the set at $30. It has playability with the vehicle, but the vehicle is also on a stand with a nice placard. So overall, an absolute winner in my book. The other set that scored the highest is this one right here, the Batmobile Tumbler Scarecrow Showdown, and this is one of my favorites for investing. This set looks amazing. Again, 2 exclusive minifigures in this set, and the vehicle just looks tough, looks like a lot of fun to build, and certainly has a presence. Highly recommend this one too. And another great price at $40. And the great one about this one is it's pretty close to the best price points for resale. And I try to get sets between the $50 and $150 range. Now, the next bunch of sets listed on this table, starting with the Back to the Future set, all the way down to the Lunar New Year traditions, all have enthusiasm scores of 3, but they only got 1 mention. So it's not a lot of data, so we'll run through these pretty quickly. Here's that set. Maybe a good investment, but over-hoarded right from the start. We don't know how long it's going to be on the market. Optimus Prime, I think it's going to be a very good investment, but the hold time will probably be pretty long because this set is the same exact price as the Voltron set from a few years ago, but it has 800 fewer pieces. All right, this set, the Medieval Blacksmith, an absolute winner right here. The minifigures, although not many exclusive elements, the minifigures look great, but more importantly, the build is outstanding. The detail, the color, the design, and of course, all the interior details are just amazing. And at $180 US for 2,164 pieces, an absolute steal. And yes, it's over my $150 goal for investing and reselling, but still, this one is an absolute winner. Next up, we have 3 Brickhead sets. So first one we look at is Voldemort, Nagini, and Bellatrix. Hands down a winner because it has more than one in the box, which means the price point's a little higher, which means you don't have to resell as many units to make it worth your time. Plus it's Harry Potter. Voldemort looks amazing. And most importantly, Bellatrix's hair looks outstanding. Absolute winner. Brickheads typically do well, especially when they are licensed figures. Demogorgon in 11. To me, the best of the 3 Brickheads in this video set. It's all about Demogorgon's face. It's unbelievable. And it's Stranger Things, only the second Stranger Things set. $20 price point, normal, pretty good for resale. And the Upside Down house is doing amazing on the secondary market. So huge thumbs up for this set. And then lastly, the Buzz Lightyear set. And this one will do well, but it might take a little longer. And at only $10, you're going to have to resell a lot of units. But the Lightyear movie that came out recently was not very popular. But we just heard, again, I'm recording this in February of 2023. We just heard that Tim Allen is coming back for Toy Story 5. So this set, even though it's dragged down a little bit, it will go back up, but it might take a little while. So be patient on this one. Next up is the Clone Trooper Command Station. Again, a guaranteed winner. It's a Star Wars minifigure battle pack. People will buy these for army building, and this was a Lego exclusive set, not in the Lego stores very often, a limit of 5, I think, online, and only had a shelf life of 1 year. So this set is scarce, and therefore the resale will be easy money, but again, low price point, so you're not going to make a ton on it, even if you sell all 5 that you were able to get. All right, now we have the Republican gunship. So going from smaller sets to a huge set. This set is $400, and it is massive in size, and I just don't know for a resale. Probably because it's Star Wars and it's a big set, but I really don't like this set. I know it looks like the vehicle, but it's ugly and the proportions are all wrong. Minifigures make sense in the little turrets, but then if you put a minifigure in the main body compartment, the minifigure is just way too small. So this one's just weird for me and not something that I'm interested in. The second Star Wars set to look at, and this is an absolute favorite of mine, the Inquisitor Transport Scythe. This set is unbelievable, and of course everybody's going to say this set is great for resale because of the minifigures, and yes, that is a major selling point. All 4 of them are exclusive to this set. Great Star Wars figures is a huge selling point, but Star Wars sets that have great minifigures and also a great ship on top, that ship is what's going to really help push this thing above kind of your standard Star Wars set with great minifigures, because that ship, all black with the way the wings fold down, it looks exactly like the source material, and the red canopy piece is just amazing. Absolute winner here. Oh, and let me say real quick, I think all these are going to be winners in some form or another. High enthusiasm from the videos that I watch, but I'm sharing with you the reasons why I think some are going to be better winners than other, and just my own personal opinions. So next up, Death Star Trash Compactor. Oh, and don't forget, my videos are for entertainment purposes only. I do not provide financial advice. You got to get that from somebody else. This set's going to do really well. One thing to keep in mind is it's really ugly, and the scene is ugly. It's supposed to be ugly. It's a trash scene. I get it, but the minifigures are awesome. 6 of them in the set, a lot of unique minifigures and elements. The action feature where the walls slide in is great, and it's one of the first in the diorama line that it looks like Lego's going to do many of. And at $90 US, it's perfect price point. Even though the original set is overpriced, it still is a good price point for resale. On to the Dark Trooper helmet. So this one gets mixed reactions from everybody. The helmets obviously have done very well. This one is a Target exclusive, and so a lot of people initially were hoping, hey, this will follow in the path of the TIE Fighter helmet. probably won't do that. But after a while, people started saying, you know, this helmet's ugly. It's not that popular. It doesn't really look like the source material. All those things are true, but this helmet will still do well. Target exclusive, reasonable price, and even though it doesn't look great like source material, it still looks like a pretty cool Star Wars helmet. And so there are enough completionists out there that are going to say, hey, I need all the helmets. And so this one will do well in retirement. All right, now on to Harry Potter. And this one's a surprise, but I actually think this one will do well. It's a surprise because it's been on the shelves for over 4 years. Tons of people have it. It's been on sale all the time. So easy to get this, a good price. Keep in mind, it's Harry Potter and it's a train. And the new large Harry Potter Hogwarts Express set came out at $500. Way too expensive, way too large for many people. So in future years, you might have to hold it for a while, but in future years, people are going to say, you know what? Let me not get the huge expensive one. Let me get this one for $150 or $200, much more reasonable price. This one will do well, but it'll take some time. All right, now on to Venom. It's going to do well. It's a helmet type set and it is striking looking, so it'll do well. Infinity Gauntlet, this set is really, really fantastic. And I think this one's a little bit of a sleeper, partly because the pieces are going to be so valuable. There's so many gold pieces in there, so many drum lacquered, painted gold pieces in there. Therefore, the pieces are valuable, but also it just looks really, really good with that gold shine on it. The the finger articulation is fantastic. And these helmet sets and other diorama display type sets, the Darth Vader meditation chamber set is doing well. So this one's going to fit right in with people that like to build and display something that looks fantastic, that is geared towards a more accurate finished product for the adult ages. Another Harry Potter set, First Flying Lesson. This one is an absolute winner, only $30, so great price for the set. It's one of the 20th anniversary collector sets with one of the gold minifigures, and it's an iconic scene. You know, the good guys sticking up for the little guy and getting back at Malfoy. And so this set will do very well. Hungarian Horntail Dragon, another Target exclusive, the third of this Harry Potter line of these flying sculpture. You got Hedwig, you got Dumbledore's fox, and now you've got the Hungarian Horntail Dragon. This set is an absolute winner. It's the best of the three in my opinion. It looks the best. It looks the most dynamic because it recreates the scene where Harry Potter is on his broom flying out in front of him. The wings are beaten up a little bit and the color scheme looks nice. Of course, the wings flap like the other ones. Again, being a Target exclusive, and $50 US, so perfect price point for resale. All right, now on to a couple of Speed Champions sets. So I love Speed Champions. I love this set. I love the next one even more. It wasn't on the shelves that long. You were able to get it on sale at different times. And one of the major selling points is the red Corvette in this picture has very few stickers. I don't mind putting the stickers on at all for the Speed Champions sets. I actually kind of like it. They're fun to line up on Speed Champions, not other sets, but they're fun to line up. It really, after you've built it, it really brings the set to life. But people will be attracted to that red Corvette that does not have many stickers on it. And the second Speed Champion set, the Ford GT Heritage Edition and Bronco R. Just like Corvettes, people love Ford, people love Broncos. They drive them, they're everywhere. Broncos coming back. So this set, also at the higher price point of $50, you get a little bit more in the set, but again, the higher price point helps on the resale. You don't have to sell as many units to make more money. And so this one will do very, very well in retirement. All right, last set that got one mention, but an enthusiasm score of 3 is the Lunar New Year Traditions. I don't really know on this set, but great colors, great pieces, a ton of minifigures, so I'm sure it's worth a look at. Now I have 3 sets that had 3 mentions, so that is something worth noting. 3 mentions, maybe not a 3.0 enthusiasm score, just 2.7, but 3 mentions means that the frequency of discussion, the popularity of discussion is certainly higher than some of the others. And these 3 sets are all outstanding. So first is the International Space Station. This one is an absolute winner for me. $70. I think it used to be $60. I don't remember for sure. But $70. You get a lot for $70 in this set. I've built it. It displays nicely. And it is an outstanding price point for resale. And one thing that's cool about this set is as you build it, it's kind of building it like it was constructed in real life. You build segments, you build modules, and then you plug them in to the core structure. The build experience really adds to the value of this set. And also anything that is realistic NASA space just does well in retirement. And so this one is an absolute winner. Next up is the latest Attack on the Burrow, and I like this set a lot too. It's a really, really good set, $100, perfect price point. A bunch of the minifigures are exclusive to this set, and one thing I love about this set is it's not the standard Harry Potter tan with the sand green roof structures. It's got a lot of color, a lot of character, a lot of detail. Of course, it's, you know, a little dilapidated and everything, but this set is an absolute winner. I love it. And next up is the Batwing, another one that should do very, very well. It's $200, so a little higher on the price point. But what's great about this set is we've seen that the Batmobile, the large Batmobile that retired not too long ago, is doing very well in retirement. And this is a must-have complement to that set. And looking at this picture, this set hangs on the wall. And so when you're having trouble with space, there's a major selling point, and that just looks great hung there on the wall. So you can put the Batmobile on the shelf below it and hang this on the wall. 3 minifigures, 2 of them are outstanding and exclusives. 3 more sets to look at. 2 of them have an enthusiasm score of 2, and 1 of them has a score of 2.5. So first up is one of my favorite sets that I'm looking at in this video, the 123 Sesame Street, $120. Honestly, pretty fair price for the set, but also a great price for reselling, and all the minifigures are exclusive. Sesame Street has been around for 50 years, iconic, a ton of nostalgia, and it's the first and only Lego has made so far, and very unlikely to make any more Sesame Street sets, and if they do, it won't be another one of these. So this is a one-of-a-kind, absolute winner. Over to the Nintendo Entertainment System set. I'm not sure on this set. You know, okay price point. I mean, okay price, but pretty expensive for the price point. It definitely looks amazing. Nintendo, obviously, is very resellable and iconic, but, you know, a lot of the other Super Mario sets they've made, obviously, they're all part of that system, that gameplay system, but, you know, they have been so I'm not too sure on this set. And then lastly, want to look at the Imperial Light Cruiser set. All right, so here's the thing on this set. It probably will do well in retirement. It's Star Wars, it's a ship, it's got a lot of cool minifigures, even though only a couple elements from the minifigures are actually unique, but it is $160 US, which is way overpriced for 1,336 pieces. A lot of those pieces are small, and it's pretty darn ugly. Even though it looks a lot like the source material, it's pretty ugly. It's gray. That's typically boring for Star Wars sets. That does start to lose some appeal for people, and there's a lot of gaps, and especially up front. So it's just, you know, again, it looks like the source material, but it also has a lot of drawbacks and downsides. But at the same time, the minifigures in Star Wars ship means that it should be popular, and because of it being ugly and overpriced, it's been flying under the radar. And so I'm very, very curious about this one. I might prospect a few of these just to see where they go, but, you know, I'm probably wrong, but I'm just not that enthusiastic about it. All right, and now my top 3 Lego investing and reselling sets from this video. Number 3, this set right here, Batman Classic TV Series Batmobile. Number 2 is the Speed Champions 4 GT Heritage Edition in Bronco R. And number 1, I'm sure you already guessed it, is the Sesame Street set. So that's a wrap on this video, and I'll see you in the next one.